Ever wondered what it was really like to be a pharaoh in ancient Egypt? It was way more than just sitting on a golden throne. Imagine being the most powerful person in the entire kingdom, but also being seen as a living god walking among mortals. That was the daily reality for a pharaoh. Their life was a fascinating mix of immense power, deep religious responsibility, and a schedule packed from sunrise to sunset. Let's start with their political power. The pharaoh was the absolute ruler of both Upper and Lower Egypt. Think of them as the ultimate CEO, president, and Supreme Court judge all rolled into one. Their word was law. They were in charge of everything, making laws, ensuring justice was served, and even leading the military. As the commander-in-chief, the pharaoh was responsible for defending Egypt's borders from invaders and leading armies into battle. To keep the kingdom running, they collected taxes, not usually in money, but in goods like grain, livestock, or even labor from the people. This is how they funded those massive state projects we're still amazed by today, like the pyramids and grand temples. Egyptians believed the pharaoh was a god on earth, a direct link between the divine world and humanity. If it was disrupted, chaos would follow. So, a huge part of the pharaoh's day was spent performing sacred rituals and ceremonies in the temples. This wasn't just a symbolic role. People genuinely believed the fate of the entire nation rested on the pharaoh's shoulders and their daily interactions with the gods. So what did a typical day look like? It was highly structured. Mornings often began with a ritual purification and dressing ceremony. This wasn't just for show. The jewelry and symbols were believed to offer divine protection. After that, the day was filled with official duties. They would hold audiences to hear from officials and petitioners, attend meetings about state affairs, and inspect public works. But amidst all this, they had to make time for their religious duties, visiting temples to perform the necessary rites. Of course, it wasn't all work. Pharaohs lived a life of incredible luxury. They resided in sprawling palaces, surrounded by beautiful gardens and servants. Their meals were feasts of the finest foods, poultry, a variety of fruits, and plenty of wine and beer. They even had personal physicians who used a mix of medicine and magic to keep them healthy. But even in their downtime, a pharaoh was always thinking about their legacy. A huge part of their life was dedicated to preparing for the afterlife. This is why they commissioned such magnificent tombs, like the pyramids or the hidden tombs in the Valley of the Kings. These weren't just burial places. They were eternal homes, filled with treasures, food, and everything the pharaoh would need to continue their divine existence forever. Their life was a constant performance, balancing the world of humans and the world of the gods, all while building a legacy that would last for eternity. Thanks for watching. If you've found this journey into ancient Egypt interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories from history. See you next time.